Here's a photograph I took when I was in Uphill by Weston-Super-Mare. The main challenge here is to create like an impression of all these boats, but just like I say, it's only going to be an impression. I'm not going to painstakingly paint every single boat, but hopefully it should turn out okay. This is my usual palette. We've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, light red. Underneath you've got the large Ron Ransonake, a number 3 rigger and a 3/4 inch flat. I've got this, I find this Bob Ross knife handy for doing mass scraping out and all this sort of palaver going on. Or this also a piece of plastic card as well does the job quite nicely. I got me water jar with a nice lip on it which takes the excess water off the hake, along with this tea towel which I wipe it on to get the rest of the water off. Got some tissue for lifting the paint off. Cotman watercolours is my preferred paint. It's cheap, but I thought it does the job for me. So I'm going to kick off as usual while giving the paper a good soaking all over, nice and even. Advantage being it will stretch evenly, then I'll be left with no crinkly bits. So once that is nice and wet, I'm just going to go raw sienna, just bash it in, and then clean the brush, ultramarine, just coming in from the right hand side and just brushing across right to left. Bit more paint down to the bottom, and then just leaving a nice light side on this side, I think. Don't bother cleaning it, just go straight in. Same two colours again, raw sienna, ultramarine, and then we'll put the eel in somewhere up there like that. And that goes down there. Introduced a bit of lemon yellow for the grassy bits. And then this is like the sort of rocky face. I'll just introduce just a bit of just a touch of burnt umber, just to get that sort of grey, rocky sort of colour, and then I'm going to just go in slightly with the piece of plastic card and just try and just creating a sort of, just very subtle, not too much, just try and create that rocky sort of texture. I don't want to overdo it. The paper stretched a bit, so I'm going to pull it tight and refix it on this side. Next I want a nice darky greeny type colour, so I'm going ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, and putting these bushes there. A bit darker. Nice and dark to contrast. See how that contrasts better now that it's dark. That's those bushes in. And then underneath those, change that again, a bit lighter. Just raw sienna. Bit of lemon yellow. Just want to create a bit of variation. And that goes right off. Clean the brush again. Raw sienna. Lemon yellow. Just caught the burnt up the ultramarine as well. You can see, just trying to vary the colours. I'm coming down now. And then burnt umber, sort of muddy banks. You see down into the muddy banks there at the bottom. Trying to create a sort of sloping upwards slightly, as if it's going away from us over on that right hand side. And then I'm going to go quick because I'm going to try and sort of just do some very simple boats. That one's got a nice little mass going up. And there's another one there. And again, just popping a little mass going up like that. But you can see they're not going to look exactly like it does in the picture. We're just trying to create an impression. And I'm just going to do some smaller ones. Maybe a bigger one over here. Put a little mask on that. And then there's some in the background that you can't actually see. Sort of behind those bushes there. I'm just going to switch to the flats, three quarter inch flat. Just put a little bit of colour on some of these boats. So I'm just going to go in. I want nice bright colours, so I'm just going to go red. And then maybe a bit of blue. Some little things here and there. And then let it keep dry. Switching to the number 3 rigger, up there we can add a bit of life to it and just put some little figures mooching about. So if we just stick one over here somewhere, so there's his head looking into that boat, and he's got his arm down there, and then just leaning over, and then stick another one down here. Again, he's messing about on that end. Can't see his feet. And there's another one over here. A bit darker, it's not contrasting very well. Again, he's doing something on his boat over there. And the little fella over there in the distance. One over there doing some on his boat, and then the bloke bent right over on that one. Something like that. And there's like some walls or something. Some more sticking out. Also have them tied down to something. Just stick them. Just stick some bits of rope and what have you. Stop them floating away when the tide comes in. And just bits of rope and all bits of whatever you want it to be, really. Just so beneath that, yeah, that is dry. It has to be dry because otherwise it'll disturb all the paint. So I'm just going to wet that, and I'm just going to pull down just some of these colours. Get some of these reflections in there. These reflections, maybe just reflect some of these mats and what have you. I'm just going to dry that again. Actually, is it worth, while it's wet, maybe just a few reflections of the boats and stuff. You've got a quick dry. I'm just going to put in the near side bank now, so clean the brush, try it on the towel, and what colour is it? This we got a sort of browny. I'll sort of start off there and just constantly varying it. Just flicking around the palette. And then just trying to get it nice and darker as it gets closer and closer to you. Something like that. Maybe even just a little bit of light red in there just to warm it up a bit. And then we've got some, just flicking a few bits of grass. Don't have to overdo it. Back to the rigger. And a couple of birds up here, I think. Just nice and subtle. I'll pop another one down there. And all that's left to do now, pop your signature in the corner. And that's another painting finished. So this is the finished painting. Let's just have a quick look at the photo again. You can see I've sort of kept the overall scene the same, but when we look at the boats, you can see I haven't. I've just tried to keep it as simple as I possibly could, and with the addition of a few figures scattered about here and there, just to try and add a bit of life to it. But you can see you don't have to. You know, we're not copying a painting. We're just creating our own impression of the scene. If we, you can see those distant, the rock face on that hill. You can see just very subtle scrapes with the card. Helps create that sort of rock effect. And then with the water, just pulling down some of these colours on the banks just helps create a more realistic looking water. Well, I hope you like that. Thanks for watching, keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.